Hi, thanks for joining me once again. Today you'll need 2 items. Feel free to pause the video so you can get a clean sheet of paper and something to write or draw with, okay? Nothing fancy, just a clean sheet of paper, any color, and a pencil, a pen, a marker, crayon, anything nearby. So pause now and you can go get those 2 items and then I'll meet you back here. Before anything else, let's just breathe, okay? I'm not talking about inhaling or exhaling, but true breathing, right? When we inhale, we take in oxygen that our bodies need. But when we breathe, something else happens. When we breathe, each breath is a spirit breath. In the Bible, we hear words from Job. He says, "The Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life." Our bodies need oxygen, and our souls need the breath of God working to heal us from the inside out. So let's take the breath of God into our lungs, okay? Start by taking a deep, slow breath in through your nose. And let the breath stay in your lungs for a couple of seconds and then slowly sigh the breath out through your mouth. Let's do that again. Just breathing can be an act of healing, right? As you know, we've just celebrated the Christmas season. And the Christmas season is also called the season of Advent. Do you know what the word Advent means? It means the arrival or the appearance or the coming. So the Advent season celebrates the coming of Jesus to earth. Remember, he was born to Mary and Joseph, right? You remember the Christmas song, Silent Night, all is calm, all is bright. That's all about the night that Jesus was born. Well, no sooner do we welcome Jesus into the world, but we begin the season of Lent. Lent. Can you imagine what the holiday is that we celebrate in Lent? Easter, right? Well, Lent begins next Wednesday with something called Ash Wednesday, and beginning with Ash Wednesday and all throughout Lent, it's a time when we do our best to turn away from things, that would keep us from growing closer to God, right? Lent is often a time where people, they give up something. They might give up a food or what they think might be a bad habit, or take on something new like volunteering or maybe reading more. For instance, just about every year at this time, I decide that I will stop spending money on cookies to snack on. And instead, I take my cookie money and I buy snacks for our town's backpack program. When I do this, I'm working to be just a little more like God by giving to others while I go without cookies. Well, in many ways, right? This whole year has felt like one long Lent, hasn't it? This whole year of COVID-19. We've all had to give up so much, whether we chose to give it up or not. We had to give up time with friends and family. We had to give up our holidays, right? They were so different this year. It feels as if everything changed. And we've all found ourselves taking on new things and learning new skills just to get us through this hard time. So our bodies are tired. Our minds are overwhelmed. Our souls are weary. And what we need right now is healing. Did you know that experiencing God's love in the world is an act of healing? And a very important part of healing is telling the truth about what hurts. It's not always easy, but think about it. Imagine you're sick and you go to the doctor. But when you arrive and the doctor asks you to describe what's wrong with you, and you say, "Oh, nothing," well, the doctor wouldn't know what to do or how to help you if you don't describe what's wrong. So before we can mend or be healed, we first need to name what's broken. I've heard it said, before we can dance in the light, we must first acknowledge the dark. So here's when you're going to need your paper and your writing tool, your pencil, your pen, marker. And on one side of the paper, write down any hurts you feel because of this past year. Okay, it could be sadness about missing games or concerts or time with friends and family. It could be frustration with having to do so many things virtually like this, right? It could be anger at situations that aren't fair for yourself or for others. So take some time and just write down your hurts. Or you could draw how you feel, right? Pause this video and then come back when you're ready. Here's what my paper looks like. I worked on it earlier today. Well, sometimes I use words. Today I used black and white. Sometimes I use color. Sometimes I use stick figures and designs to show how I feel. So are you ready to move on from your hurts? I know I am. What if I covered up all these hurts and I made them go away? I'll just take a moment. You do the same. Take a minute and just cover it up. Use your crayon, your marker, your pencil, whatever, and just cover up all the hurts. Scribble over it if you want to. Just make it so no one can see it, or you can't see it. Well, no matter what I do, how much I try, I can't cover up all my hurts. And even if you scribbled over the hurts with crayon or marker, those hurts are still on the page, right? They just cover it up, right? I can still see them. I guess I can't pretend that the hurts never happened. Hey, I'm going to wad up this paper and throw it on the floor. Well, I don't think that did very much for me. I don't know about you, but still didn't get rid of the hurts. And it just messed up the floor. But I have another idea. How about I just smooth over the hurts so they don't look so bad? I smooth out my paper, smooth out my hurts. It's not really working. Hey, let's just tear the sheet in half. Goodbye, hurts. Whew. Did you do that? Did it really help? Did it make a difference? Or are the hurts still there? Well, friends, I've never done this before, but our time together today is going to be kind of a cliffhanger. Excuse me, cliffhanger. You know, just like with real hurts, we can't always fix things right away, right? We can't tie things up in a nice little bow and make them go away, but let's come back to this the next time we get together. So keep this sheet of paper, well, 2 sheets of paper. You'll need them for the next time, okay? So just set them aside for now. It's okay to set them aside. You know, it's reassuring to know that no matter what we're going through, we can always turn to God in prayer. We can ask God for help. Help for ourselves, help for others. And God, like any truly great healer, will listen and always hear our prayers. So here's a prayer. Maybe you can help me with it, okay? Loving God, we come to you with hearts and hands and minds and souls in need of your healing touch. Heal us from the inside out. so that we may be able to reach out and help heal your world. Amen. The Spirit of God has made me, and the breath of the Almighty gives me life. Thanks for joining me today. See you next time.